today we're going to perform a fecal sedimentation, and I'll go over the supplies we have here. So we have our balance tube, our fecal centrifuge tube. We have our stool sample, which is about 2 grams of feces. We have a cheesecloth, and we have some wooden sticks, and then I just have plain tap water in my centrifuge. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our stool sample and we're just going to mix it with a fair amount of just plain tap water. And when I say a fair amount of tap water, more like a couple of mils. You don't want to make it too diluted a sample, but just a good enough amount to make a small amount of slurry. And you just kind of want to mix it until it gets nice and mixed and there aren't super large particles left behind. Okay, so we'll come on over here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our centrifuge tube and we're going to essentially strain it into our centrifuge tube using our cheesecloth. Just like so. We're going to take it and we're going to carefully strain. Okay, you're going to do it until your tube is about halfway full, which it is, very close to. So we'll set this aside. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to centrifuge our sample. We're going to put the lid back on. We're going to come over to our centrifuge and we're going to put it in. We're going to make sure to take our balance tube. You want to make sure your balance tube has about the same amount of liquid and it's filled with the same type of substance. This is just tap water in our balance tube. We're going to shut our centrifuge. I'm going to come around here and then we're going to set it on about 1.3 to 1.5 RPM, so 13 to 1500 RPM. Our spinner centrifuge has a preset setting for fecals, and it sets it automatically to 15,000 RPM, or 1500 RPM, excuse me. So we'll do that for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so now that our centrifuge is done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our sample. Okay, this is kind of what our sample looks like here. I'm going to show you. You see the sediment is sitting down at the bottom here. What we're going to do is we're going to pour off this layer of liquid at the top, so that way we only have just a little bit just above the sediment layer. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. You want to make sure you do it really gently, so you don't disturb the sediment at the bottom. Okay, so we'll set that aside. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take we have a microscope slide here, as well as a cover slip. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take just a very small amount just above the sediment, and we're going to basically put it on to the microscope slide. So we're just going to put 1 drop. We're then going to very carefully put our cover slip just on top, just like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at it underneath the microscope. Okay, so the final step in preparing your fecal sediment is reading it underneath the microscope. So we'll go ahead and get started. So you're going to want to make sure you turn on your microscope, and you're going to want to put your slide on very gently. And you're going to start on the lowest power objective to start off with. Okay, so whenever you read a slide underneath the microscope, you want to make sure that you read the entire thing. And the way you do it is you kind of go over the entire slide in sort of like a little zigzag motion. So kind of similar to that. So you just kind of go back and forth, up and down the slide until you've read the entire thing. Set that aside here. And so I'm going to go ahead and start that. So I'm going to start at the very top. And once I get everything focused here on the lowest objective, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move up to the 10 power objective. And I'm going to go ahead and start reading. Okay, and then you're going to move over, and then you're going to go back down the slide here.
And I didn't like check it out yet, so you can just get in here. I almost checked it out, and I was like, oh, what is this? I don't know very much about that, but yeah. Thanks for holding this there.
And again, you're going to move over, and you're going to move back down the slide. So you may see things that look similar to ova, such as air bubbles. You just want to be really familiar with how these look so you don't accidentally mistake it for something else. So I do see an air bubble in here, but I'm just going to keep moving. I'm fairly confident that that's what it is. It's also much too big for an ovum at this high power, at this magnification. So that kind of also tells me that that's not an ova, it's just an air bubble.
Yeah, so the power is twice a day.
We're going to move over, and we're going to go back up the slide again. It's another air bubble. And I'm seeing lots of just fecal debris, sediment, but I'm not seeing any signs of ova yet, but I'm just going to go ahead and keep looking. You want to make sure you read the entire slide. We're just going to do this until we read the entire thing.
So it looks like one tablet every 12 hours. And then the photo you think is this is gone. So, I know just give it, at least push off the all the medication. So, yeah. Okay.
If you did think that you saw an ova, you could move up to the 40 power objective and just kind of take a better look at it. But for the most part, the 10 power objective works really well at just identifying them. of our slide. I didn't see any obvious signs of ovum, so we're going to go ahead and make sure we record that in our patient's chart. So we can write fecal sediment reading. Negative. No ova or parasites seen. You always want to see if somebody will double check you, so that can be another veterinarian or another technician, just to make sure that you're correct. And then the final thing we're going to do is make sure our area is clean, and we're going to put the microscope kind of back how we found it. So we'll go ahead, and the first thing we'll do is we'll put the microscope back at the lowest power, remove our slide. We're going to discard that. And we're going to take Kim wipes, or some kind of delicate tissue, and some optical lens cleaner. And we're just going to clean the lens that we just used. Really gently. You're going to make sure to put everything back in its original location, and that way it's ready for the next person to use.